Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf and welcome back in 903 with Lord Liverch, a Piffite, and last episode he had really a bad time since he saw the death of his son, the death of his half-brother who was slain in battle by the Scottish invading forces. And yeah, he's been a little bit disillusionized, stressed, and kind of turning a little bit more of a introverted person. I don't know, a little bit grumpy maybe recently, or just shocked by the events of the world, and is not really taking part in the politics right now, despite his limited possibilities for that. Anyhow, we are again involved, or like the Kingdom of Wales, let's say, is involved in 2 more wars again, once again infighting amongst the descendants of King Rothry. But on the other hand, we are also in the new Northman army trying to conquer the Isle of Man in the end. And yeah, but we are just observers at this moment, and let's just not spend too much time and go straight in, I think, and see what is going to happen with Liverch and for his family soon. And how this war is, of course, turning out. And somebody has left prison. Oh, yeah, he got captured as well. He was our former steward. And I think since he's back and he didn't do a bad job, he definitely deserves the role once again, and he will be our steward. Thanks for coming back. Of course, we couldn't have bailed him out. But yeah, nobody needs to know. And yeah, on the other hand, we lost our son, so our new heir is Liverch, the next one. And he's 9 years old, and we're kind of trying to sway his mother here, or not his mother, his hopefully mother-in-law, since we're trying to get a wedding with Sinnetrith, which already is betrothed to our old liege. That's a little bit disgusting and sad, so I feel like anyways, I mean, these things probably happened also in history, and I know, but, you know, I'm always trying to find halfway same-age people. Well, let's see how we can, what we can find over here, how we can get in. So she's my, the problem is so we shouldn't marry in terms for ancestral reasons, we shouldn't maybe marry into the line of the Mercians again. But there might be, a High Chieftain here, he doesn't have any kids. Did he ever have a wife? Quite a powerful man, but no heirs. Let's have the Scots have some kind of a election system. And yeah, okay, also here within the chieftain itself, I didn't know this. So yeah. He's controlling Lothian, Northumbria partially, okay. We will see. My greetings, my amicable Wassable. You have been... Oh, stop for a second. You have been a loyal and devoted subject, and I wish to reward you for your service. In recognition of this, I'm hereby offering the position of Marshal. Yeah, of course, my liege. I think this is a fair point, and hopefully this will take us also a little bit back to, like, vitality after the severe losses recently. Isabel comes of age. I'm proud to see my daughter no longer as a child but as an adult. Despite having had more than a fair share of experience with lying as a child, Isabel always found it difficult to apply that kind of creativity in any structured fashion. While she has shown herself fully capable of pretty scheming, few would call it refined, but refinement is not always what you need. Well, she's a flamboyant trickster. We got her already. Okay. Betrothed to our neighbors over here. Okay, she's like, we checked this last time, she's kind of betrothed to our other son. So maybe you find somebody over here who is an interesting partner. Nests. Well, I mean, in the direct neighborhood here in the south of Wales, a Walisian one. Intelligence we don't know about. Bossy, ambitious, we definitely have heard of her. She's the first daughter of Lord Owain, which we do like a lot. For what reason, basically? He's a very nice man, yeah, and he's content, generous, and the deceitfulness, of course, we don't know. Well, he's a kind of a famous man. I think he's being the missionary of our duchy. So yeah, I think this is a great fit actually. Let's see. Maybe you can get a bit rough going over here. My grandson and her Nest. In Liverage and Nest. Our mother was called Nest. It's probably a good sign, right? Was she? No, she wasn't. Our wife is called. Oh my god. No Oedipus vibes over here. But alright. Let's do it. Then let's betrothed with Nest. I think they're both above 10. Makes a lot of sense. Good fit. And we'll have, a second countess or prince, countess of the Penfro in the future, hopefully, which is called Nest. Well, what a major outlook. All right, the son now, Isabel is getting married, and she's moving here actually to be the countess of Brychenok with her possessed husband. All right, good to know. Would follow him actually. Line of succession. Well, and we can, another one can marry. It is, oh yeah, our daughter and the grandson of King Alfred. Actually, he didn't turn out what I saw before. I know it's just his father's, Alfred's son, Svefred Alfredson. Anyways, yeah, of course, we are happy to marry into the noble house of Wessex, of course. Our daughters are getting old and leaving the household. No, it's not her, it's her, right? Yeah. Living now here down in southern England. Interesting. Alright, we could host the grand tournament, but which we can surely not afford right now. She just learned something Norse, wonderful. Mouth sore. I have a pretty bad mouth sore at the moment. While mouth sores do go away with time, they make eating an uncomfortable chore. How can I enjoy any food now when I have to be careful with how I chew? Okay. I'll eat softer foods that don't require much chewing for now. Yeah, I think we're temperate, it makes sense. I still want to eat good food, so I'll just have to bear with it. Impatient? Why does this speak against impatient? Anyways, I'll go with because we're temperate. He doesn't mind eating soft food, I think. Yeah, some nice, lovely little fish pie from the seas around, I don't know. At least I had that when I was in Wales, for example. I don't know how well defined the Welsh cuisine is already at this point. And my son learned Gaelic, okay. Maybe we can learn something else. And then let's go study English. Okay, you're getting married to... who was it? Oh yeah, the daughter of our liege, of course. Yeah, with the luck of the family, I can see already that he's probably like suddenly the other dude is dying. And suddenly our brother's line is gonna be, if he dies, it's gonna be relevant to be, yeah, the dukes here of the south of Gigabyte. But our line would be the subjugates of this line, so we shall see. And we can get a stewardship perk, then I think I'll go for decentralization almost definitely. Actually, since we are so unpopular right now, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Or I don't know, does it matter? Can they really revolt? I don't think so. However, I think I will go for the popular figurehead because he spent most of his life dedicated to try to protect his land. So I think this still fits. And then we will switch probably towards military again. Accusations of witchcraft. Bloodstained clothes, crow's feathers, and strange-smelling concoctions. This is the evidence presented to me by a group of villagers from Difford as proof that Glynns has been practicing witchcraft in her hut on the outskirts of the village. The villagers claim her evil works must be the cause of their poor harvest and they're calling for her execution. Yeah, but no, come on. That evidence is circumstantial. Relax her. Okay. She must burn for her crimes against God. No, we're not. We just learned our last episode. Remember, we're absolutely not religious. I even kind of tend towards the advisor, to be honest. Because she's young, she's mystic, she's pretty. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, she's coming to live for sorry. We don't care about the people in this case. And also, we just, maybe it's from her or like from, over this connection where we got this lovely little herbal drink recently. Maybe might sense. We'll see. Well, our daughter education came to an end. Ronwen, my ward Ronwen has come of age. It's not our daughter, it's from our duke, okay? And it's time she left my care. A natural administrator from birth, it should surprise no one that Ronwen has come far in her studies of management of the realm. Displaying a thorough understanding of the flow of gold and the wanderings of people, she even expresses some remarkable creativity in dealing with these matters. Alright, she's a fortune builder. Well, still at our court, man, she's gonna marry our son pretty much now, our flamboyant trickster son. And there they are, they're married, same age, wonderful, start to live a happy life. Where are they at our court so far? Alright. Everything else depends on probably the fate of him, Hibble. Oh, is he diligent, paranoid, and lustful? Yeah, there will be at least potentially a lot of further heirs, or at least members of our family. And this war is still ongoing over here, by the way, and of course I lost totally the course of action, and we do have a new line or new ruler here in the Isle of Man, Jarl Hrolfr of Mön, from the House of Normandy. Okay, he's the only one. I kind of doubt that we will see in his line the real Dukes of Normandy or William the Conqueror even. But let's see, maybe he will pose a big threat from here, from the Isle of Man. Still, he has 1,600 men, but most of them special soldiers. We shall see how he's gonna use these ones. But, alrighty. Still talking about the situation over here. Anyways, our current king is probably gonna lose against Prince... It's very complicated. He's imprisoned somewhere. Who's the prison keeper? Jailer. By Cuddle the Third, but isn't Cuddle fighting for him? Kind of. Okay, so Cuddle is keeping the man in prison that he wants to make king. Very just, honest, and paranoid. Yeah, I mean, he's turning old. He's kind of a white man, but it might make sense, okay. Yeah, this infighting over here is pretty intense. Is he... Oh my god, he's actually in prison because he's fighting for his king. He doesn't want to become king, so he wants to just install like a puppet or what? Anyways, it's probably going to work since they are losing, so we'll get ready for a new king soon. And also what he just said, Duke Hivil II, because his father just died, slain in battle by Rodri ab Cuddle, Prince Cuddle's Chancellor, so the son of Cuddle. Okay, these dudes here in Mathrafal, it's also still the dudes where we escaped from Cuddle's prison before, alright? A lot of stuff going on in this county. Anyways, his father was slain by his dad, and we have a new Duke, Duke Hivil, so it's with a little bit underage, 13. Let's see how he turns out to be. And are we still the... No, he hasn't made us marshal yet. Let's see. He wants to make me spy master? Alright. Why not? Sure. We're really great fit for this position. We're really spy master now. Okay. Well, spying, I mean, we're just temperate, impatient. We're not really gonna... Despite our lack of Christianity, we're not evil persons, so we're not gonna abuse this. I mean... in a normal, if I would be like just for not power play, but oriented to become as big as possible, I think it would be kind of a smart move to kill him off. Maybe make him our first heir, and probably like this inherit those guys. But as this is absolutely not an option for Libert. He loves his grandsons, and yeah, there's no reason for that to also to kill this innocent young boy who is over the age of 14. He might be a little bit gay, but what do we care about, and do we even know? I don't know. And yeah, our Eoganan, who came back from prison and we made our steward again, has actually did a very good job, and yeah, gained us an extra good coin. Very nice to see. Before that, we're gonna get called to war by Lord Tedvre up look. Oh, should pause. Oh yeah, over here. Okay, he's once again his son is married to our daughter, exactly. He's calling up to the arms against joining the Ferlixian claim on the lordship of... Okay, he's being attacked, alright, by Lord Riz of Duke... okay. And the Mercians, alright. Well, definitely we're gonna join in. Is there any chance we have a chance to defend this? Doesn't really look like it, since... Is this our friend's army? No, it's not our other guy, but here's the Mercian army of 2,000 men. I kind of doubt that we can play a role, but of course, as always, as impatient and just men, we're gonna march over there to support this. But we're also not ridiculously stupid, so we're not gonna go and seek the battle with the Mercians. And since they come to seek us, they're not. Okay, I would have dissolved them over here. Probably we couldn't have actually in Penfro itself. But they're marching over here, and we have our friend over here. Maybe we can unite. Uh-oh, but yeah, we are so heavily outnumbered. Looks like we're losing one of our next ally who had actually some land. There's no chance. Are we... No, we're not gonna... Also, we're not a maniac, so we're not gonna sacrifice our soldiers in the search of glory or something. And we would have loved to come, but no chance. And this battle we heard about, it was definitely too clear. So, very sorry, my friend, but apparently you're gonna lose this one to him, and we shall see how this develops. So, meaning probably making our daughter landless again. Very sad, but yeah, it couldn't prevent it. And we do have a lot of money, but extending our crops, oh, this takes a lot of money, so it shall not be done right now. Maybe we can do something else with the money, we will see. Remembering birthday past. As I turn another year older today, I am reminded of the splendid birthday party my friends Edan and Arthur arranged for me several years ago. How joyous it was to feel the kindness and warmth of our friendship made so evident. I remember it as I thought it were yesterday. We feasted and danced and even presented me with a wonderful gift. I think I still have my Cambrian about warfare lying around somewhere. It is sweet to reminisce of old times. Sure it is. It is always good. And we do still have it, and we still use it also. Leviathan. Or is it Leviathan? I'm not sure in English, actually. Yeah, anyways. It behooves as a lord to spend time at sea while the salty air in his face and a fine vessel beneath his feet. Today seems my personal craft and the small escorting squadron out for drills, practice and pleasure. The short voyage has been exhilarating, change of pace from life at court, when he spotted a distant plume of water, followed by a small island of wine-dark flesh rolling out of the waves. The greatest beast of all deeps. A whale. Well, we saw the big sharks before his father. Well, let's see how we react to the whale. Get the harpoons. Let the others handle it, just bring me the carcass. What a grand quarry, alright. Face a true level of the... We're gonna... Oh, wow. And a creature of fearsome majesty, leave it. Just temperate. I mean, temperate and invention, I guess they would say we don't need everything, but it is more like an activity than the chase of gold, I think. And impatience would lead us to do it. So, Hunter is not a character attribute in the end. So, I feel like, there's all four possibilities are kind of reasonable. So this is a new time where I'm going to use the dice, and I need to roll a 20-sided dice, in this case for 4 options. Just before we do it, anyways, this is a nice story, since if you remember also the maritime mercantilism, so kind of like we are more the sea born out here at our coastline, so maybe after all these losses and battles in the British Isles, he tends to be a little bit more oriented to the sea. Well, we shall see. And we roll the dice, and we will roll a 13. Alright, which means we're going to what a grand quarry, and which will either to 22% give us a lot of money, or we'll get heavily wounded. We'll see. And it's... wow. The small chance has actually occurred, and we caught we slaughtered the whale, and we were in the leading this entire thing, which gives us a lot of money, way more than we recovered a bit, but still. quite impressive for the moment. Yeah, we shall definitely reinvest that one. The burrs are... we need windmills. That's windmills is, I think, in the next time, so we're definitely not going to save the money for windmills. Or is there anything about it? I think it's in the early medieval, probably, or if at all. If not the high medieval one, windmills. Yeah, there's a long time to go. We're definitely not going to save up that money. We also don't have the tech for improvement over here, so then this special building, the St. David's Cathedral, but we're not, also windmills, plus we're not faithful. Yeah, sure, then what we talked about, we establish hamlets, I guess, which will help us in the future with a little bit higher tax income. And let's have a quick look at our courtiers. We have an antiquarian, okay. Tutor as well. I might also get an artifact. I think maybe issue 1. We're temperate, we don't need so much, but I think after being such a warrior or something, an impatient one, I think a weapon would be actually nice to have. Of course, I always interpret like these artifacts, of course you have weapons and they're available, but in the end it's more about outstanding ones or specialized ones. So I think we're gonna do this. And once we have the money over here, we're gonna do a weapon, yeah. By a local artisan. And it's gonna be leveled. She's Mercian, of course, that's why she clothed like this. And still, by the way, no further hints why they're wearing these clothes, but anyways, it's leveled. Hold arms before bowing deeply. It's both an honor and a privilege to forge your weapon, she speaks in a dignified way, but there's a glimmer of excitement in her eyes that betrays his serious demeanor. Tell me, what's your preferred way of fighting with a weapon? A wish to forge something that would suit you in the best. What's the problem? A glimmer of excitement in her eyes that betrays his serious demeanor. To be honest, I don't know what demeanor means exactly. Sounds like she has something in her mind, something bad, but I think we're not this kind of person to mistrust her. I want a weapon that makes full use of my strength. Hammer. Normally, I like most of the times, like kind of. I think a spear is kind of nice. We're not that. We're kind of a fighter, but not that one of a direct duelant. And I like the idea of a spear because it feels like, especially in connection with the whale fishing, maybe there's something that's considered halfway like a... Yeah, but if you want to fight a whale, I think you would use a spear. So this is the reason why we're going for a spear this time. Alright. Let's see what's the outcome going to be of this one. Yeah. A cool breeze. I'm standing outside when I feel a gentle breeze against my face. That feels so refreshing, so relaxing. Well, yeah. You need to have all these nice moments here and there, or sometimes a nice moment here and there as well, after all the slaughter and the ongoing war again that will be lost. Well, and we can designate... we could also spend the money in getting this successor. Wasn't there one around? Good. See, is he capable? Oh, wow. He's quite a fighter, and he can be... Yeah, okay, then let's get him. Yeah, this time we fire out the 100, so happy have a new knight on board. A really capable one, and a successor for this position. Or actually... Oh yeah, exactly, that's what he wanted to do. And we're out of the money that we blown out, but it's okay. And we have our grandson who needs to be educated. He is becoming a diplomat. Is there anybody really... I mean, our chancellor. Okay. He's our second in line. We don't care. I mean, we love him, but it's okay if he turns out a diplomat. I think that's fine. Maybe then we also actually make him study Norse, since he's being educated by... Not by him, by... him. So you can learn some Norse over here. Will be for sure helpful to deal with the Irish or new Norse-Irish ones. So yeah, makes sense. And a child of my dynasty. Run when the daughter of Duke Arthur of the Herbart has given birth to a son. Since the little one is part of the Upper Ledry dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. Stelif, a good name? Actually, let's have a look. Is her brother... He's 15, so he's still alive. Well. Cuddle, no, Cuddle is too dangerous currently. Arthel. Okay, Arthel, I think like is nice. Oh. And after all our success, suddenly we die. And wow. Lord Livard of Difford has given up the ghost at 57 years of age. He succumbed to fatal apoplexy. Known to be an exceptional strategist, he spent many of his days examining fields and drilling his troops. Lord Livard ascends to the throne. Merely 12 years old, he will need to rely on his regent Helga Buthric during his first years of rule. Well, yeah, we're 13, so hopefully we can take over soon. He died... Succumbed to fatal apoplexy. Apoplexy is probably something like a seizure or something. Yeah, you're catching me here with my missing vocab and some words in English, but yeah, I can learn. Anyway, so what happened? So of course we just inherited Difford. We never had more, and yeah, our third character we're going to play after Hiffite and Livard. So now we have Livard the second after we overjumped our father Hiffite, who would have been Hiffite the second. And yeah, first time we're also playing as a child. Interesting. So yeah, what we have to do? We do have my mother is my regent. Okay, my mother, the Mercian lady, makes a lot of sense for me. There's nothing. We're not gonna tackle this right now. Yeah, what else? We are currently paranoid, fickle, and curious. We're getting a learning education. We're being educated by our physician and antiquarian, which is, I think, fair. He's even of a house, so it's not a... And he's... Yeah, he has quite a reputation already. So still great. We can get all these away. Interesting setup. So it's gonna be probably kind of a different character. And we do have also kind of our... He's our uncle around who also probably has a strong claim. So this might be an interesting thing to see how the relation goes with his uncle. Well, we're 12 years old. We still have 3 years to go. We have our betrothal with Nest, just to remind you guys. Yeah, a lot of us is coming up for us. We're 907, and actually I wanted to finish this year, but I think with this situation I'd rather start a complete new episode with our new Livard II in his childhood and see where this leads to. So I hope you gonna keep Livard I in good memory, and yeah, if you did so and you've liked this episode, of course, leave me a like and a subscription. It costs you nothing, it helps me a lot and helps me grow the channel and stay motivated, and we'll definitely gonna see each other, or not, hopefully I'm gonna be here, but hopefully you too, in the next episode when we define the young life and the childhood of Livard II. Thank you for watching, see you next time, bye, your Strategy Wolf.